Okay. Deal.
Hi.
Done.
Cutting it close. There's some good news, though. What a day for you yesterday.
Yeah, it's a beautiful day.
Got out and about. What'd you do?
I play pickleball.
Oh, okay, nice. Outside?
Are you playing outside still?
Yeah. I mean, once in a while I do, but it's,
Yeah.
you know, the Picklers facility, I mean, their courts are just so nice.
Yeah,
it's hard to like
transition back to.
It's just, I mean, playing outside's a lot of fun, and it's a different game.
Yeah.
You also you just have such nice courts inside. Sometimes it's like, let's just play on these amazing courts.
In the AC.
In the AC, right. I'm outside enough,
Yeah,
I think if I worked like a 9 to 5.
You'd want to do it outside.
And I was in an office all day, and I had the opportunity to play,
Yeah.
I'd want to be outside and playing. But I don't. That's the one perk.
We've seen you at the end of the summer in that tan you have. We know you're outside.
I'm kind of pale right now. I feel like I need to get a little bit more in the sun.
You're so tan. It's insane.
Anyway, I got to keep up with Goldberg. Look at him. Guy's nice and bronzed. 60 degrees right now. It's super comfortable outside. 61 in Portland, 60 in Bangor. Lewiston's 57 degrees. Right now, dew points aren't bad still. They're in check in the upper 50s for this time of the year. That's very, very doable. Working outdoors, yeah, it's uncomfortable, but not like what it's about to be. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Dew points above 70, like off the charts kind of stuff. Insanely uncomfortable air about to move in. It's warm in New England, but it's about to get really, really hot. We're going to make a run at some records on Thursday and Friday. And when you factor in those high humidity levels, it'll probably feel like above 100 degrees. At the worst part of the day, like the hottest part of the day, 2 to 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And then we'll get a front to come through over the weekend. On Saturday, the 4th of July, it might give us a thunderstorm or two, and that slowly starts to diffuse the heat and humidity. But it stays rather warm, like 80 or higher into next week, too. So it's not like it's going to be refreshing air coming down from Canada or anything. It's still going to be quite warm. Quiet this morning. I didn't even notice that much fog, so it should be pretty smooth if you're driving to work or driving the kids to camp, something like that. High cirrus clouds out there during the middle of the day, which will give us some hazy sunshine. I also pointed out that there's probably a little bit of wildfire smoke in our atmosphere too, providing additional hazy appearances to our sky. Temperatures are going to clear 80 by the middle of the day and then about 85 during the afternoon. There might be a shower or two in New England, but they're probably to our west or to our east over into Canada in the Maritimes. I can't rule out a stray one this evening, but I think the majority of us will not see any rainfall until perhaps overnight tonight. And you may be awakened by some rumbles overnight tonight, too. There could be some thunderstorms along that warm front as it starts to pass in. Low 80s for Casco Bay and the beaches, around 80 mid-coast, and then you've got 70s Penobscot Bay through down East Maine. Interior Maine, though, you're in the mid-80s, like 85, 86, 87. Freiburg, the hot spot, 88, getting really close to 90. We'll hit 90 tomorrow in Freiburg and a few other places too, but the majority of Maine will still be in the 80s, but Freiburg probably gets a 5-day heat wave, while the rest of us see a 4 or 3-day heat wave. Thursday and Friday are easily the hottest and most humid. That's when we're going to see some records, potentially. They're pretty lofty in both Portland and Bangor, but they will be possible to break or tie. Saturday afternoon, this cold front comes down from Canada. It will have a few thunderstorms on it, but probably not like widespread thunderstorm activity, which is obviously great news for everything going on in the afternoon and evening. Heat plus humidity is something we call heat index. It's like the feels like temperature, and it may feel like above 100 degrees, especially on Thursday and Friday over southwestern Maine and New Hampshire. It's a common sense stuff. Stay hydrated, seek out air conditioning, stay in the shade if you can, that kind of thing. Marine forecast sees 2 to 3 feet, south wind 10 to 15 knots, water temp 61. Sun and clouds today. It's going to be warm in the mid 80s. Tomorrow, mid to upper 80s with the chance for an isolated storm. And then it's Triple H's Thursday, Friday, and even into Saturday too, but the worst of it will be on Thursday and Friday. On the 4th of July, we're looking at a 90-degree temperature. It's exactly what everybody kind of wants, I think, because a lot of people will be by the pool or at the beach or in the lakes. Just heads up, there might be a thunderstorm in the afternoon. And then the extreme stuff breaks. No more 90 plus Sunday or Monday, but it's still pretty warm. You know, kind of like days we had yesterday and today.
Also, kind of worth noting, I feel like it's odd to be warmer on the coast than inland on days like this. So I saw
good
Friday
point.
specifically. Is like,
Yes, I think Friday has potential for an offshore wind.
Yeah, that's.
And we will probably roast at the coast.
Roast at the coast.
Yep.
All right.
Love that. All right, thanks, Todd.
T-shirt. All right, thank you, sir.
Sure.